It is August 30th. I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start time not visually, audibly calling out the the dates and times. We get more deeper into that, but I'm about to start doing that because yeah. Anyways, it's August 30th today. I've been watching this video. I watched it in its fullest format, in its fullest degree, and I kind of got some points I want to point out on here as far as these are some of the things. Like I said, I'm gonna try not to make this video over 10 minutes. I'm just gonna try to, give y'all the raw concept, let y'all know. So anybody that might want to take time to click off right now, that's 100% fine. But yeah, I gotta get the ball rolling over here a little bit more with certain stuff, how I want to go about doing things. But yeah, I was watching this video.
What I've realized is so much of youth and 20s and teenager and even 30s. I just feel like so much of our lives, so much of young life and middle-aged life seems to revolve around being in a relationship. And I, for one, fell hook, line, and sinker for that. There was a time, because of a certain panini press, that I was single and super unhappy about it. And that was the time in my life where I grew the most. I think for certain people in a certain space of life, like where I was using a relationship to avoid much needed growth. And let me tell you, I have never grown as fast as when I was single. Like meaningfully single. Okay, I know this sounds super cliche, but you gotta date yourself. I don't know why I said it like that. But you literally have to. Or you don't have to, but if you want to be not lonely, you do. In the beginning of isolation and singlehood, I was so upset about both, but I was more upset about being single. Go figure. You can see where my priorities were. It was only after the first several months that I started putting in real effort to get to know who I was. Because, I don't know, there's something to be said for feeling lonely. I don't think that loneliness is a bad emotion. I don't think any emotion is a bad emotion. Emotions aren't good or bad. Emotions are information. And if you're feeling lonely, I think you need to ask why.
Yeah, this brings me up to my point of why, I wanted to kind of go into depth about some things. I wanted to probably talk about some stuff, and I'm gonna try to go over certain parts and give a little summary. And if y'all want to talk, y'all want me to go deeper in depth on some things, or I can just make a full-blown video about it, that'll be cool too. Once again, man, look, I'm not the therapist. I'm not like the therapist lady, so I'm not here to give out no therapy. I ain't here to, nothing like that and all this kind of shit. We humans, man. I'm doing human shit right now, and that's why I'm getting this shit out right now in this early format, in this early stage. That way, if I do decide to, skyrocket, we grow more, we, get blown up, I don't want nobody to be like, oh, look, we have another guru. Look, I'm the guru of my life and the experiences, and this is the type of shit I like to talk about. So this is what my awareness channel is all about. Usually when I'm going to talk about some stuff, it's not something I just read and then call it a day and then decide to share it. That's not me. It's not a video I just seen and decide to share it and then that's all it's gonna be. No, I look into certain stuff. If I read something, I see a video, they speak on something, I personally I'm gonna go try to experience that. Example, and I do this with any type of research, just any and all. My sunbathing, man. If y'all follow me on Facebook, cause I might start sharing that. Long story short, I talked about sunbathing, man. People was acting like vampire, which I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see these video ideas coming up in my head right now because I done gave the smaller versions of these, explaining to people that most likely they only watching 30 seconds because on the story. But long story short, because I'll be getting all over the place, let me just stay on track real quick. Example, sunbathing. seen videos talking about how sunbathing get you can't. Well, it's not sunbathing. They don't call it. So they see these is another thing about etymology of words. They well, not the etymology of the word, but the esotericness of when it comes to when they don't say it's sunbathing, but they're talking about sunbathing. Oh, you out in the sun too long, you gonna get skin burn, you get cancer, da da da. They love telling dark Aborigines people this too, because some people don't like the term black. I'ma go into that. You know what I'm saying? The term black, so I'm gonna use dark. They like to tell black people get sunburned too, and blah 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 blah, and don't, just because you got melanin in your skin don't mean that all these other 30,000 things, right? That's other, you know, people and black people that like to jump on that train too. They say the same thing, and they never even thought / try and understand the full scienceness of it. And then you got the black people, this is black people specifically, they get on here and be like, oh, well, why would I want to be in the sun? I'm going to get burnt and get dark and I'm going to be dark. They get that whole thing because some reason, which I personally know, the world know why by now, this is not nothing secret. Black people don't want to be dark skinned because they don't want to be associated with badness and they don't want to own it. I think that's changing a little bit, just a little bit, but they don't want to own it. I'm about I own my darkness. I own being black. I love being black. I love being dark skinned. When I say I love it, the more I found out that it's hated, I love it even more because honestly, nobody wants this for the most part as of right now, because don't nobody understand it. Well, I'm gonna say we ourselves don't understand it. So I'm just gonna, once again, I'm trying to keep it simple. So my bad, I didn't jumped off again. See, I be wanting to get so deep. This is why I need to dedicate videos to certain things, so that way I can get more deeper. Cause I'm one of them type of people, I just start going down that lane. All right, but we about to break 5 minutes, so let me just get this out. I don't just watch stuff, share stuff, and then that's it without trying to throw my own experience into it or go and experiment myself. So we got that out the way. Now boom, sunbathing. Talked about sunbathing on Facebook, shared it in my stories. You know, we had all this different things. People get dark skin, sun, skin burn, all that kind of stuff, right? Boom. So I've personally took in sunbathing for now, I want to say the last 5 to 6 years of my life. Like I started way back. No, I ain't doing the proper math right now, but however long it's been, since about what, 2012ish to 2013ish, anywhere between those two time frames, I want to say. I did it a little bit younger, but I ain't gonna count those years because it's like I didn't know no better. But when I got serious about it, like I literally walk outside like a fucking lizard, make sure I can nothing but shorts to get as much skin exposed to the sun as possible, and then just be out in the sun for it. And I'm not talking about for like an hour or two, because they'll tell you, if you do some research, it's good to get out in the sun for about an hour to 2 hours, depending on how dark you are. They tell white people you want to get out there for 30 minutes. If you in between, meaning brown, well, Hispanic, Indian, maybe Asian, you might want to make that up to about an hour to an hour and a half. They tell if you're darker than that, because they don't just say black people, but if you're darker than, you know, a certain hue, you want to make sure you out there for at least 2 hours. Man, when I say I'm out there for 5-6 hours, now mind you, I can do that right now in my time frame in my life, well, all these years of my life, because I've been on and off of work. So yeah, I just had time to spend 6 hours in the sun. And once again, it's not just on no, you know, once out of the week. I'm doing this religiously waking up. I know how the sun move now. Like I can break this shit down to a deeper format, and I can't get into it right now, but I just want to say that. So when I'm talking about sunbathing, this is not coming from like I'm gonna show you a sunbathing article, or I keep saying sunbathing, but they not gonna call it that. I show you people that spend time in the sun in this region over here, and why is people darker over here and why people lighter over. I ain't gonna share one of them articles and then not be able to talk about the real sciences to understand how it worked with my body and how I've been affected by also exposing my body into the sun, because that's what they're gonna say, expose your body. So over here, I just want to get more deeper in that kind of stuff and what she was talking about. And I know it just took me a minute to get back to the video we talking about, but yeah, I want to share some things on that. In my 20s, did I really feel like I fucked over my 20s or whatever the case may be? Because I know she talked about, what is it, being single, lonely, and broke. So I'm gonna go over this shit briefly because we 7 minutes in. I'm trying to make sure it's under 10, y'all. Well, 10 or less. But yeah, I'm just gonna cut off, you know, lonely. I never felt lonely a day of my life. I don't know why. It just haven't been a thing. Some people be, and I tell motherfuckers that, I'm like, oh, you lying or this cap? All right, believe what you want to believe. And maybe that's why I feel like my mental health is so up there. Like I said in the video about the black therapist getting fired, like I personally don't feel like I need therapy. And any other black man that's like me, I don't think y'all would need that. Cause we just, well, I'm gonna go to therapy for where I feel like I'm not bottling nothing in. I'm not hurt. I'm not walking around hurt. So that's one thing. So loneliness, never felt that. Don't know what that is. Maybe I need to get dropped off in a goddamn isolated island somewhere, I don't know. Next thing she talked about was being single. I've been single for over 10 years now by choice. I didn't have the choices to, you know, I've been asked to be in relationships, and there's reasons why I haven't. And I can go deeper into that, but if you follow me on, you know, any other, you know, my streaming and all that kind of stuff, y'all know why, or, you know, we talked about these type of things before. And then one of the lastly things I seen in her title was talking about being broke. Now, obviously, if you want to watch the full video, you watch the full video, but who better than talk to about being broke than the young broke God himself? You know what I'm saying? Like, but broke by choice and not by like struggle. Now, I don't mean I haven't struggled, but definitely struggle in the sense of like, I know why I'm struggling and why I've chose the route I've chose. So these things are some things, like these are different type of topics we can go deeper in depth into. Once again, I can push those separate topics or just mash them all up in one video without me jumping around so much. That way we get it out in a timely, you know, manner. Until I feel like people that's cool with doing like 20-minute videos over this way, I'm gonna try to keep it under that 20-minute mark, because I will be adding in clips. And then, you know, I got the base video right here, which I'm recording to y'all right now, plus the content I share. And sometimes I just want y'all to hear them, so that's take more time. So with that being said, this video will probably be over the 10-minute mark, but the base video won't. So with that being said, man, I guess we just gonna keep dropping these boys. We gonna get more in depth. Y'all got something that y'all want me to talk about or go in depth about, let me know. I'm gonna start making community posts over here too, man. I'm gonna try to bring some of the gaming community that I've got that's very active. Some of y'all already over here. We're gonna get more in depth over here. But yeah, man, it's Red Drakey Drake. I'm Audi 3000.
Instead of trying to solve your loneliness, why do you feel lonely? Is it a romantic loneliness? Do you crave attention? Do you crave affection? Do you crave partnership? Do you crave intimacy? Do you crave friendship? Do you crave just literally going out and getting some food? Like, what is it that you're craving?